Hey guys, this is Deth here. I recorded this earlier, but for some reason Fraps didn't want it to pick up my voice. What you're seeing on screen now is the house that I threw together for the cactus farm. I have all the piping downstairs nice and neat, and the wood goes to the one on the far side, and the cactus go to the one on the left of the wall. Um, Now I'm just going to go back into my house. And I believe I show you how to make a backpack. Uh, this video isn't that long, it's 20 minutes. Usually I'm getting half hour out. This room is what we're going to be building in the next few minutes, you'll see. So right now I'm heading into my storeroom, and that in the middle I'm showing you that the one with the batteries in it, that's the recipe we're going to use. But the ones with the glowstone we'll see afterwards. With the batteries, you can either use fully charged batteries or ones with no charge, but they all have to either have no charge or they all have to be charged for this to work. A backpack is pretty much a big personal storage tank of energy for Industrialcraft. What it does is when you use the Industrialcraft tools such as the drill and the chainsaw, it uses this energy storage on the backpack as opposed to the storage on those weapons themselves. Right now I'm about to go mining, and then I cut scene to when I'm done, as you see. Now we are going to make a compressor because I decided that it was about time I made one since I haven't already. What you do is you take 6 stone and put them on each side, 3 on each, and then you put the electronic circuit underneath a machine block and you get a compressor. And right now I think I just go to hook up my compressor into my machines. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. So just wait a few seconds, and yeah. This is actually the first time I'm commentating over my own footage as opposed to saying it as I'm doing it. It's very weird actually, because I feel like I'm talking about something else, and I should know like what's gonna happen, but to be honest, I don't 100% remember, even though I literally just stopped recording. I have to figure out why Fraps didn't want to record my voice though. Might have something to do with the fact that it might be the settings. I'll mess around with it, but it should be back to normal again once I finish, or by the time I get episode 13 out. So right now we are going to build I believe I just built it and I can't even remember the name of it. It's an energy converter or something. As you can see, it's very expensive. It uses energy collector. It's very expensive because it uses a block of diamond. A lot of recipes in equivalent exchange for any of the useful machines or any of the tools, you'll need a block of diamond. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an automated machine that will pretty much self-sustain and create 3 extra blocks of glowstone per cycle per energy collector. At the moment it's just going to have 1 energy collector, but I will later add more. So right now I'm making another crafting table because I didn't make any of the other stuff ahead of time. But I'm pretty sure you guys know like what it is. Let's see. And as you can see, the glowstone collectors use the same texture as the default, but if you change the default, it does not change. I'm pretty sure it does not change the texture of the energy collector. So I think I'm talking about how the room is or something. I don't remember exactly. No, right now I'm deciding where to put it, and I put it right where that torch is. Yep. Now the way the energy collectors work is you have to have a light source on top of them. It can be either a torch, a glowstone block, or you can just leave it out in the sun and it'll run only during the day. But to be honest, I'd rather just have it all nice and neat. Right now I forget to make the redstone engines, and now I cut to when I have made them. but I forget to make this torches to go along with them. Because obviously I can't remember that too much at once. Insert dumb blonde jokes here. Yes, I am blonde. I have to turn my render distance down because when I'm not recording, I can play on normal because it's not as laggy. So, yeah, right now I'm going to put the redstone engine in the wall just so that I hide it fairly nicely. Or I'd like to think it's fairly nicely. Then I have the glowstone blocks will come out of the back. I tried this with an advanced wooden extraction pipe, but it wound up taking out the target, and I'll go over the target in a minute, or a few minutes. Right now I decide to put the distribution pipe right about where I stopped the pipe, and in that one small hole of the wall is where my end chest is going to wind up. But I mess up on the piping, and this part is a little bit dark, but it wasn't that dark for me. But I do fix the light and realize it after a while. If the light levels are low, just give it a few seconds. I usually will realize and fix it. Right now I don't have the software to edit the lightness levels. At least I'm pretty sure I don't. Because I use the AVS video editor. I tried the Sony Vegas, but for some reason it won't work for my desktop, which is very saddening. Now, how I set this up is I decide to put the conversion from glowstone blocks to glowstone underneath the floor, just because I feel that's easier and more space efficient. That way I could just pipe them all down as opposed to all cluttered in one room. So yeah, now I'm just tunneling. I found the bottom of it, and you just pipe it in, and it goes to the input. Right now I just even it out so that it's one even line instead of it moving around and like a snake and stuff underneath the floor, because this is much simpler. Now I'm going to be I put the crafting table right there, and I quickly make a chest. The automatic crafting tables will work as a crafting table, a normal crafting table, but you just have to. It's pretty much the same thing, but it will automate if the setup is correct. Setup correct being a extraction pipe powered by an engine, taking it out, and you supply it with the materials in a nearby chest or pipe them directly in. So the setup I have that self-sustains itself is 3 blocks go to a chest and stay as glowstone blocks while 1 gets converted back. The conversion from the glowstone blocks to the actual glowstone is 4 glowstone per glowstone block, which is exactly how much you take to use it. So right now I just make more philosopher's stones, and I mess up the recipe because I wind up using 2 buckets of water as opposed to the 1 that I'm supposed to, because I wasn't really thinking that well. See, I only did the recipe for 1 slime at a time as opposed to 2. But that's just how smart I am, right guys? Now right now I use my coal to make glowstone dust because I need that for the philosopher's stone. And I do transmute more of my coal into glowstone dust because I need one glowstone block for the target, and I need glowstone blocks to start the machine off. I'll show you the I believe I show an example of the target in a second. I actually need another glowstone block for the target. I believe I go back and make that in a minute. But yeah. Yeah, right now I go back to make the second glowstone block that I stupidly forgot. I believe I was talking about something like, oh, you shouldn't be using all your coal unnecessarily if you have Industrialcraft because it's so important. Because you can literally turn a stack of coal, a piece of flint, and a piece of obsidian into a diamond, industrial diamond. and that'll make you diamond tools and can work in all Industrialcraft recipes. And with the add-on to Equivalent Exchange, you can turn an industrial diamond into a normal diamond. Now, where that glowstone block is right now, that is the target block. The collector will turn all blocks into that, directly into that, given enough time. It won't cycle through, it'll just calculate the amount of time, go for that amount of time, and transmute directly into that block. I forget exactly what I do right now. Right now I'm just making the output chest. But I eventually switched that chest to a diamond chest from the Industrialcraft 2 add-on. I actually ended the episode, but then figured, oh, I'll videotape another 2 minutes just because I haven't used that yet. And right now, I was just making pretty much a big deal over which way it would go, and it winds up going down to be converted, which is perfect, because I need to get at least a stack in that bottom for this to function to, well, I don't really need a stack. It would just be preferable so that it would never stop running. It would always be starting to transform them into the blocks. I'm actually AFKing in my game right now so that my cactus farm produces and so that my collector produces as well. Now, there's a funny glitch with the equivalent exchange with recipes that have an output of multiple items at a time as opposed to just one. With Buildcraft extraction pipes, when it extracts it from a crafting table, the pipes themselves treat and display them as one item, but as you can see, once they get put into an inventory, there actually are 4 of them. And right now I just changed the glowstone that I've made back into dust to throw it back into the collector. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure what. Oh, yeah. I mentioned now that I'm going. Actually, already have fixed the room. I fixed it after I stopped recording. So right now, what I go and do is, let's see. I believe I make the equivalent exchange destruction catalyst. And that's the recipe I'm looking for right now, but I don't find it. For a bit, I find it actually after these bags. I find it right about there. That's the destruction catalyst. And to make that, we need to make I believe they're called Nova catalysts. So pretty much I tried to convert redstone into gunpowder because you used to be able to do that. And then I eventually gave up. Had some gunpowder. And grabbed some sand to make TNT. Now there was an old recipe in Equivalent Exchange where you could turn 2 gunpowder, 1 sand into a block of TNT using a Philosopher's Stone. But either that is no longer, I'm pretty sure that's no longer there now. I'm not exactly sure why. I tried to make TNT a cheaper way with only 4 gunpowder, but as you can see, it did not work. So I was kind of disappointed with that. And it turns out I only had enough for 2 TNT when I needed 4. So I wound up converting, so I checked the recipes right now. So I look for the, pretty much, I'm not exactly, to be honest guys, I'm not exactly sure what I was saying right there. But yes, I sort the recipes to try and find gunpowder. But the way it actually turned out was you can only turn coal or glowstone into gunpowder unless you use the equivalent exchange recipe. I mean, unless you use the Industrialcraft 2 recipe of redstone and coal dust. I figured it was faster to just use coal since I have a few stacks of it. And it takes me a while to figure out which recipe it is, and it turns out it's 6 coal per gunpowder. which, to be honest, I think is kind of steep, but hey, there's not much you can do about it. So I make the other two TNT, and pretty much I have a hard time remembering exactly how to turn the TNT into a Nova Catalyst, but I figured it out eventually. This is just me scrolling through all the pages of recipes that I have, all like almost 4,000, I believe. So I checked the recipe, and I forgot the recipe. Honestly, guys, I forget it like I think 3 or 4 times. But the add-on to equivalent exchange for Industrialcraft gives you a nice little reward. You can turn 1 uranium into 6 Mobius fuel. The way I had my custom recipe set up is that I would get 1 uranium turned into 6 alchemical coal, and 6 alchemical coal makes 1 Mobius fuel. But I would honestly prefer it this way. I personally, at the time, didn't think it was balanced, but now it probably is, hopefully. Right now I grabbed the glowstone blocks so that I can make them into glowstone for the recipe. So yeah, I put that in, and I stupidly put in redstone and a philosopher's stone, and realized that's not it. I checked the recipe again, and I don't put in the redstone this time, but guess what I do? I don't put in the TNT. Then I try it again, and I believe this time I get it right. I look for it, I forgot what I needed, and realized it was sandstone. So now pretty much I need a flint and steel. Now, whenever I try crafting this, I can never get it right on the first time. It really annoys me. So pretty much you put your flint and steel in the middle. The 4 are Mobius fuel, and the other 4 are Nova catalysts, and you get a destruction catalyst. Now, I don't show you what it does in this episode, but I will, I promise. It's pretty much an amazing mining tool. I can't use it yet because it uses glowstone to power it, and I will eventually upgrade it, but the upgrade is literally 4 times better, but it requires about, let's see, 7 times 3. That requires about 21 blocks of diamond. And yeah, that's a lot. So, not really going to do that. But there's not much I can do. Eventually, I will try to make a condenser room. I'm not gonna automate it, but I'm gonna have it extract all the outputs extract to 1 chest. That I will definitely do. It will not be in the next episode, may not be in the next few episodes. I haven't decided yet. Although I did decide that next episode I'm going to make an automatic wheat farm. Because 1, I need more seeds. 2, I need to start getting wheat going for that. So for finally when I get the Forestry for Minecraft setup going, I still have to play around with that setup because I want to completely automate it. But until then, yeah. So right now I switched, this is after I recorded, and it turned out that the diamond chest only literally required 1 diamond. So yeah, I wound up putting, it's 6, I forget the chests this time because I'm an idiot. But what it is 2 chests on either side of the diamond in the very middle, 3 glass on top, and then 3 glass underneath it, as shown. And personally, the texture can use some work. I think the guy took the cheap way out and just recolored the texture between the iron chest, the gold chest, and the diamond chest. But look how big that space is. I believe it's 12 by 9, but oh well. The only difference I will be using, although those are bigger than the alchemical chests, I will be using them because only the alchemical chests can have the features of the equivalent exchange items used in or on that chest. And then I go on saying that I might make more chests and I might make gold chests as well, because I have a lot of gold and I have a few more diamonds, and I can make 4 gold into a diamond. So yeah. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time in episode 13, where I'll make an automatic farm. Later, guys.